My name is Brandon, and it is my pleasure to show you guys about an app called Class Dojo. Class Dojo is an app that can help teachers improve the behavior that takes place inside the classroom. This app allows you to add classes, students, and behaviors straight from your mobile device or tablet as well as desktop, and the ability to reward them with points and comments for students and their parents to view online themselves for their own benefits and feedback. Now, once you've launched the app, you will be able to log in or sign up for a free new account. If you have not created an account for Class Dojo already, you can sign up by pressing the orange sign up button at the top. From here, it'll ask you if you are signing up as a student, parent, or teacher. If you are signing up as a teacher, press the teachers button. From here, it'll ask you to fill in the following fields. So it'll ask what you are addressed by. So if you're Mr. or Mrs., and for your first and last name, it'll also ask for your email, your password, and what you plan to use Class Dojo as. And once you're done, just press the Get Started button at the bottom. After you've logged in, you will be brought to the classes page. From here, you will be able to add classes as well as search for any classes you have added previously. You will be given a demo class to start. There will also be a settings button on the top right hand corner of the page where you'll also be able to log out. So you can just go ahead and press profile settings, and from here you could just change your basic info such as your first and last name, your login details such as your email and your password, and your language preference and time zone. You could also change your photo for your account. And once you've finished all of that, you can just press Save Changes and hit the back button where it'll take you back to the classes page. I will now show you how to add a new class. Now to add a new class, just press this. You could then click to change the class icon. So I will go ahead and make my own math class. So I'll keep changing until I get a math icon. You get to choose the year, so you have from preschool to grade 12 and other. I will choose grade 11. Now, one good thing about this app is that it is available for any subject, and it works effectively, and it's not just for one subject. So you could use this for general education, science, math, literature, language arts, history and social studies, and etc. I will go ahead and choose math and name my class math. Press next. From here, it'll take you to a students page where you can write down all your students' names in your list, class list. So I will just add a couple of students into my class. Uh, Brandon, Calvin, and Frank. So I've added 3 new students into my math class, Brandon, Calvin, and Frank, and it actually shows their avatars right over there as well. Now, one unique feature about Class Dojo is that students can create their own Class Dojo account and customize their own avatars. Now, once you've finished that, you will be brought to the Customized Behaviors page. You will see a positive and a negative page. And so I got helping others, on task, participating, persistence, teamwork, and working hard. I could also add my own positive behavior. So I could just click to change the icon and just name it. I could also do that for my negative behavior. And they have their own icons as well. Now, what behaviors are they are rewarded to your students during class when you feel like they should be rewarded with it. And once you've finished all these behaviors, you could just save and close everything. Now, if you wanted to edit your class, just press the Edit Class button under the class that you'd want to edit. So let's say I wanted to add another student to my math class, I would go ahead and press edit class under math and just add a new student. So I will add Joel. And there's Joel's avatar. And I'll just save and close. And that's how you edit your class. Now I will go ahead and start my math class. From here, you will be brought to your main page for your class. So it's my math class. It'll also show all of your students' avatars. You also have display settings at the top, as well as a timer, a random feature, an award multiple students feature, and attendance. You also have reset bubbles up to the right and to end the class. You also have this little option over here where you could expand and it'll have a list of all your students in your class. Now I'm gonna go ahead and click on display settings. From here you could also edit students and behaviors. You could also change the avatar size to how big or small you want the avatars to show on your main page, and just all these other settings that you could change yourself. It also comes with a timer feature, so I guess if you wanted to time your students, this is a really useful tool. It also has a reset button and a countdown button. And I'll just go ahead and hide that. It also comes with a random feature where when you click, it'll randomly choose a student from your class. So I got Calvin, and it'll ask if you wanted to give a reward to Calvin. So I feel like Calvin is a really hard worker, sorry. So I will reward him with a working hard award. Now green 1 will show above his name, and a green 1 is only when you are awarded with a positive award. So if I were to give Frank a negative award, so I'd say I think he was disrespectful, I would award him with that. And he'd have a negative 1 beside his name. And it'll add on, so if I think Calvin is really on task, I'll provide him with another award, so he gets a +2. Let's see. So it's a really good point system. You could really award your students like at the end of the day, and you could really use this app just to like reward your students if you really wanted to. So we also have the award multiple students feature at the top, where if you want you could award multiple students. So I will choose Brandon, Joel, and Frank, and I will give them all a, let's say they were bullying Calvin, so I will give them with a bullying award. Now, everything that I award these students with will show up on their own profiles, so their parents and the students themselves will be able to view that. And here's the attendance feature. So we mark the green shows that they are all present. If you click on the name again, it'll turn red, and that means absent. If you click on them one more time, it'll show a yellow icon which represents that they're late or they weren't on time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save the attendance. And you also, if you wanted to reset the bubbles, just go ahead and press reset bubbles. Select all or none. You can just reset it just like that. And yeah, basically you could just be giving out rewards throughout the class every day, and yeah. So once the day is over, you could just go ahead and press end class, and it'll have a nice little overview of the whole entire day. So here it shows all the data that happened this week. You could also change the rain from today, this week, last week, this month, last month, all time. You could also print out the data, and here's a little graph, circle graph showing how all my whole class did. Nice little overview, and you can just load more and remove them as well. If you wanted to view your students individually, just go ahead and click on one of them. So here's Calvin. He has a 100% because he's a really hard worker and he's on task. His whole circle is green because he has not been rewarded with a negative reward and only positives. And you could give him a nice little comment for his parents to read. So I will say, good job today. And so that will show up for on his profile and for his parents to see. Yeah, and here's Brandon. He got 0% because he is a real bully. Just leave him a nice comment. Well, a mean comment. Um, Bad job. Very disrespectful. And just add that. You can go ahead and press the parents' accounts at the top under connections. From here, you could just type in all their parents' emails, and it's a nice way to let them get connected with the whole Class Dojo app. You can also get invitations from your students. So basically, if you wanted to add your students, just go under student logins, and you just invite your students from their accounts as well. And yeah. And once you're done all of that, you could just head back to classes. Class Dojo is a free app that is compatible for Apple and Android users. Overall, I think this app can really spice things up in class and provide a more fun and creative way to learn. I would rate this app 4 out of 5 with the amount of features it carries, the customizability, as well as the user-friendly simplicity it provides us. I would recommend teachers, students, and parents to get this app because it really engages students and parents to have fun with this class. Overall, I really enjoyed this app.